Hi everyone, Dev here, and if you listen really carefully you can also hear MiniDev in the background, my son. So yeah, we'll crack on into today's video. We're in the middle of a GoWiWi event, and this is Supercell's less than subtle attempt to try to get us to use witches again. And you can see the classic GoWiWi army with golems, wizards and witches. It is an obvious attempt to get us to use witches again. The issue at the moment with witches is, in my opinion, I think they cost too much, both in terms of the dark elixir to train them, and also in the fact that they take up 12 housing space. Okay, so previously mass witch raids were a thing, especially at Town Hall 9 against ring bases, but the fact that they have 12 housing space is a huge disadvantage to them. Not only the fact is they also cost 350 dark elixir. Hey bud, you right? 350 dark elixir for a level 2 witch, whereas you can get a much better deal with a Valkyrie in terms of ground attack, or maybe even you could go for a bowler for better space and just better bang for your buck. So unless Supercell have got something special planned in their next update, witches will probably not see much play outside of this GoWiWi event. Now, we'll start off with a defense. And I've previously put my base up and saying, oh, you know, it's pretty hard to beat, whatever. Okay, because I've got no Infernos, you can almost treat this base almost as a max Town Hall 9. And my attacker is quite clearly a fresh Town Hall 9 with a low level queen, low level king, and obviously level 1 golems and witches. And in the past, this is how witches were used. They were used to take out ring bases. With the rise of the bomb tower, okay, it seems as though witches have fallen out of favor, but I'm sure that's not the only reason. You can see here that we've got golems and giants moving in with a screen of wizards and then the witches right behind them. And by attacking on this corner, what it does is it helps clear out a very good pathway to get to the core. Now, if this person was using Valkyries or something else like that, if there was enough space in their army to do something like that, they could probably put a jump down on that clan castle there and then come in from underneath here and then really rip out that core. Now, because my Infernos aren't going, my defenses are somewhat down, and this guy has managed to do quite well with his GoWiWi and get in and clear out a good portion of my base and steal quite a bit of dark. So well done to you, sir. I wish I could pronounce your name, but unfortunately I can't. It was a close thing and ended up being a defense for me, but I would consider this a victory for him because he made enough dark in this event, okay, and he also satisfied the conditions and got himself some gems, hopefully. Alright, so GoWiWi can be quite strong. You've got to try and keep the meat shields in front of the witches because they are just so fragile and they will meet untimely demise, as you can see with the Teslas and the Expos going to town. So what I did was I took this idea and tried to take on a ring base of my own with a modified GoWiWi. In fact, this one has bowlers in it, so you could probably call it a GoBoWi. This one right here. Now this is a base where normally I would look to clear out this area first with my queen, and then I would take out these buildings here and try and get these ones with my wizards and then funnel my bowlers through this pathway here. But because of what I saw with my defense, what I did was instead use my queen to clear out this cell and then wizards and giants here to clear out this part, with the intention of using my witches to clear out the rest of the junk in here and let my bowlers do their thing up in the center. So dropping in the golems, clearing out any traps. There weren't any, which was great. Wall breakers do their job, which is awesome. You can see I've cleared out those cells, and in come the witches in behind the bowlers, in behind the golem. The wizards are also helping out there. So, oh wait, look at this. We've got some giants in the CC. Don't know about you folks, but I never want to see giants in my CC for a defense. This person's obviously trying to save them for an attack, and no doubt when he logs on, we'll be re-requesting. Right, so you can see the bowlers going in there behind the golems, and we've got the witches. Well, one just blew up, but the rest of them seem to be going strong, which is really good. So, proof of concept for the GoBoWi. If anything, I probably won't be going back to it after this event. As mentioned before, the cost on the witches is just too expensive. My normal bowler raids, as you've seen, are actually quite cheap, and they do just as good a job. So away we go, speeding it up. MiniDev still having great fun playing around with his toys in the background. Sorry if he's drowning you out, but the wife's gone out and I'm the only one at home, so looking after the young man. 6 months old and he'll be clashing in 2, I bet. Hey. Okay, he's just thrown up. I'm going to have to wipe him up in a sec. But before I do, just want to show you another attack that I made. This time not against a ring base, but this time against a base with some compartments. And this time round, I used the queen on the corner and the giants and wizards on the outside as before to try to generate a pathway through this with my jumps. So we've got jump spell, another jump, and the golem distracting the defenses, another golem there. So the good thing about this event has been cheap golems, yay. Normally giants will be doing that job for me. Bowlers and wizards and witches. Bit of rage here. Witches typically don't cope very well with compartments, which is why I like to take along the bowlers. They throw chuck. Oh, they throw chuck. Just watching my son. They throw rocks over the walls. Okay, and they can take out those buildings that the witches and the skeletons would normally be distracted on. So they're doing a great job in coring out this base, but here is one of the major flaws, one of the major points against the witches is that they don't cope with infernos very well. Now this inferno is on single, but it's not under any threat from the skeletons. So it's able to actually just roast everything that comes its way. Now if it was multi, it'd be the same thing, okay? The wizards and the witches and the skeletons just can't stand up to an inferno full stop. And unfortunately my bowlers haven't been able to get round and do their job, and my heroes have been distracted and gone round the outside here, and you can see that even the golem can't do anything. That Inferno Tower is just so well... Oh yeah, that Inferno Tower is just so well entrenched there. But it's a proof of concept again. The GoBoWi has some potential, I think. Could be useful for a clan war, but for just general raiding process, I just don't think witches are that viable yet. I'm hoping that Supercell do something amazing and either reduce their cost, reduce their housing space, or really significantly up their hit points in order to make them viable again. They are quite fun, and they are something I'd say different because they're not very well used. So I look forward to seeing what Supercell have to say and what they're going to do about it. Alright, short one today. I've got to clean my son up. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.